Hi guys, this is gsnol.com and I'm here with the unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. We already did a hands-on of it and now we're back with extra details. The phone was announced in earlier August and is priced at around $1,150. It should be on sale and should be delivered for pre-orders around August 23rd. So here we go. It's time for the unboxing. I already messed around with the Aura Glow version of the phone, loved it, and this time I'm getting the black version of the phone. Let's see if I like it that way. There are several other color hues for the device, and trying to open it up is no small feat. That's because it has that special vacuum creating envelope at the top of the case. So here we go. This is the vacuum creating envelope at the top side of the box, just like it happened with the Galaxy S10. So inside the box we find the metal key, the SIM eject tool, which will give you access to the slots. Also here we have the manuals and all the useful documents to get to know your device. Quick start guide, warranty card, and how to transfer data from your old phone to your new phone. And the guest and the star of the show is definitely the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, the most powerful Samsung phone in years. It's got 4 cameras at the back side, a 6.8-inch diagonal, which may scare some people because it's close to a tablet, but look at the way it sits in my hand. Does it look like a tablet to you? It doesn't, so Samsung did a really fine job of integrating such a big screen on a reasonably compact body. I'm going to put this to the side and continue the analysis of the box. Now, also inside the box we have the following. Let me start off with the charger. Okay, so this charger hooks up to an USB-C cable, actually USB-C to USB-C, and you can see it promises super fast charging. Let's see how much it delivers. We're dealing with 5 volts 3 ampere, 9 volts 2.77 ampere, or we also have 3.3 to 11 volts and 2.25 ampere. So there's other things we're working with this small charger. Everything is pretty compact here, I have to say, crammed together. This is the USB-C cable, so it's USB-C to USB-C as suspected, but there are more thingies in here. So let's see the thingies. One of them just dropped, and let's actually see what it is. This is an adapter from USB-C to micro USB. Some people need it, well, some people don't. Nowadays micro USB is a dying breed. We go further and we find this little thingy here, which is the AKG tuned set of headphones, and we should also get some plugs for them, probably. Let's see how this opens up. Here we go. Those are the headphones, beautiful as always, and pretty much how we left them with the Galaxy S10. And I see some extra buds hidden in here. To be honest, I was expecting an extra adapter. There should be one that goes from, oh, here we go. There should be one that goes from USB-A to USB-C, and here we go. What we have here is a special tool, metallic one, which is used to remove the tips of the pen, the tips of the S Pen stylus, and replace them with other tips. That's it. And on the other side we have the accessory I just mentioned before, which is the adapter from USB-C to full USB, or as many people call it, USB-A. Come on, that's it. So from USB-C to USB-A, very useful to transfer data and other stuff. So lots of accessories, but nothing unexpected, pretty much the same package and the same accessory as the Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus. I'm going to fire up the phone, noticing that instead of having the power button on the right side, it has been moved to the left side and it doubles as a Bixby button. The phone is obviously made of glass and metal. Glass at the front, maybe not as curved as one would expect, definitely cutting down the bezels. Glass at the back, and between them a metal frame. If you want measurements, it's 7.9 millimeters, and if you want weight, is 196 grams. Okay, it's firing up, and I feel it's time to start the setup process, perhaps with a language that more of you will know and understand. Okay, so let's start. I have read and agreed. Skip this for now. You can already tell there's a cutout in the screen for the purpose of a 10 megapixel selfie camera, which should be able to film in 4K, just like the Galaxy S10 series. Not now, skip anyway. The fingerprint scanner is embedded into the screen, just in case you were wondering, and the device, well, it has IP68 certification, so it's protected against dust and water. What you're seeing here is a 6.8-inch screen. It's a dynamic AMOLED with HDR10 plus support and a resolution of 3040 over 1440 pixels. It's got the 18:9 aspect and it can be quite bright, as various tests have also shown. Now inside this handset you'll be able to find the Exynos 9825 CPU. It's a powerful processor, slight upgrade from the 9820 of the Galaxy S10. Also 12 GB of RAM, 256 GB of storage, or even 512 GB of storage if you want that much. There's also micro SD card slot and of course a 4300 mAh battery. And at the front I already mentioned that we've got a 10 megapixel camera. Just for kicks, I'm going to connect to the Wi-Fi and make things easier. Okay, so we're back and now you can see Bixby in action. So provided I keep this pressed, I should be able to trigger it. It's triggered now. This is Bixby and it's supposed to answer all of your questions provided that you have updated it properly. Now where was I? I mentioned the battery of 4300 mAh unit, and I also have to mention that it films in 4K and it's cut in the screen right here in the forehead of the device. Now if you want to get into the main camera, things will get pretty serious because it's a quad setup. The top camera is a 16 megapixel ultra wide shooter followed by a 12 megapixel shooter with OIS and the variable aperture from f1.5 to f2.4, and then the third camera 12 megapixel telephoto 2x optical zoom, and here we actually have a dual instance of well, depth vision time of flight camera. So these two are actually the depth camera and this one is the flash. As you can tell, there's no trace of a pulse sensor, no trace of an audio jack. The headphones will connect via USB-C, and we have a speaker here, and also there should be one at the top side from what I know, but I'm going to have to look into that because I can't spot it, so it may be embedded in the screen, so I have to look it up. Anyways, we should have a stereo speaker experience on the device with or without having it visible here. Other things worth mentioning here, well, it's got wireless charging for sure, fast charging if you got the proper accessory bought, and the phone does bokeh video. And of course the star of the show, as always, the S Pen, the stylus. You remove it like that and it's got brand new actions, so skipping some stuff. And of course it's got the palette here, which you know from last year. We should actually be able to open up a variety of options, create a note, view all notes, smart select, screen write, live messages, AR Doodle, and translate. The core design has stayed the same. You got a button on it, you got the clickable end, and basically the same plasticky machine, now with more components inside, like for example a 6-axis component which helps it orientate in space. So let's see the novelty here. Among others, there's the AR Doodle, which, as the name says, will be able to let you draw stuff on top of real life. And as you can see, many of the things here require an update to properly function. Okay, so update hopefully will only take a short while, 27 megabytes. And then we can actually draw on top of someone's face in real time, even when recording a video. So that's fine. And we also have a lot of video editing options. We have Adobe Rush, which we can download separately, and many other things. This phone feels like it's made for a videographer on account of the many video options. It also has bokeh video, to name just one. And since we're actually having to wait for this update to be performed, we go here and you can see here the switch among lenses, and the fact that there's a new option. Aside from live focus for the photo, we also have a live focus for the video, which is basically the way of telling you you got bokeh on your video with 4 options. There's the blur behind you, there are the big circles behind you, there's the color point, so I am all colorful and things behind me are black and white, and there's the glitch, is basically borrowing from Instagram and its VHS effect, and that's only one of the features. Hopefully the AR Doodle has been installed, and let me just see if it's working or not. Nope, not the weather, but AR Doodle. Okay, settings, permissions. For some reason it wants to get hold of the telephone. And here we go. Okay, so as I said before, I should be able to draw two bunny ears on my head, and as I move around, so do the bunny ears. And I can do many things. People with actual skills and actual talents should be able to perform funnier outfits and even draw a sort of games like walk through in a labyrinth and things like that. And let's try maybe some reds here, or maybe an orange. Funky little hair, a head of hair, and as you can see, it's all AR. Okay, so I showed you the bokeh, and another thing I want to show you here is the amount, the actual amount of options you're going to have to use when you're doing the video editing. So I'm not sure if I have a video. Oh, no pictures and videos. Let's record a quick one. Okay, so this is me staring at the camera, and once you use the option, you should also be able to draw on top of the image without a problem. Okay, so let's say we have a video and record another one. Pretty basic, no funky stuff, 3 seconds. And then I can show you the actual new editing options that we got available. So you go to the gallery, we have those 2 videos here, and then we have the options, quite a few of them, the most I've seen on a phone. So you can cut and crop, of course, and then you got the filters, you got the beauty effects if there's a face, you can add text on top of it, which is pretty obvious, and there's also a bunch of stickers, and then there's the option to mess around with the color palette, the play speed, you can add the soundtrack, and it's as if it weren't enough, we should also be able to draw on top of the video, which I'm going to have to look into because I'm not very sure how. Yes, this is it. So you can actually draw on top of the video and then play it with your added effect. Of course, I can make it mobile, I can actually make it feel like it matters. So those are only some of the options. Aside from the bokeh video, you also have productivity features. You can recognize your handwriting, so you can turn your handwriting to actual editable digital writing, and many more things. You also have zoom for the audio. If you're seeing an orchestra and you want to zoom in on a specific item, well, you can do that. And so many more things, which will turn into a huge review once we got hold of the entire picture of the phone. This is gsnl.com, and we've probably done too long of an unboxing. Hope you enjoyed it, and rest assured the review will be probably 3 times as big. Hope you enjoyed it. This is the big one, Galaxy Note 10 Plus. We did more than a hands-on. We took you through some of the features. Hope we didn't forget many of them. The core is the following. It has basically the same camera as the Galaxy S10 5G and brings a few extra features for the stylus, among them being the remote control feature. So you can use it to navigate the gallery, for example, and you can also go into the camera and, for example, you should be able to keep this pressed, and if you do a rotating motion, you can see some of the gestures here. You can zoom in or out if you do this gesture. Still working on it to try and properly get the gist of it. Anyways, we'll know more in the full review. This is from us for now. Bye bye.